Hello, everybody, and today we are going to be reacting to Ben Shapiro doing this or that, and I'll see if he's, right or wrong. He's my favorite VW host, so let's see if he's right here. So let's get to today's video.
Today, folks, we are playing a game called This or That. And basically, the premise of the game is that I am the president, and the year is 1796, and the vice president is going to be from the opposing party. So,
All right, so who do you think he's going to pick? Who do you think the winner would be?
basically, I have to pick a Democrat to be my vice president. Who is my favorite Democrat? I know it's a brutal game, a vicious game set up by my evil producers.
Look at those evil little faces and that evil dog thing there.
Alrighty, let's begin. Let's start with Mr.
They both have a blue theme going on, and it's kind of funny.
Potato Head.
Oh, good God.
You have to choose between Mr. Potato Head and Miss Native American.
Ooh, so Elizabeth Warren versus Cory Booker. Even before I got into politics, like pivoted towards that, I always despised Elizabeth Warren because, I was always coming up into tech. Even before I started the company, this is like back in 2018, 2019, the techboy.org launched in 2020. I just did not like her because she was always trying to regulate big tech and had, Mark Zuckerberg come before all these committees. And, even before I got into this, I've always been, pro big tech, pro these tech companies. And, this, really hasn't changed here. So I'm going to have to go with Cory here. This is the one just keeps trying to break up stuff here. Like, if you want to break something up, go to like some, 11th grade prom. There'll be a lot of breakups there.
Oh, I go Mr. Potato Head without a doubt.
Why?
Without any doubt. She is horrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to break up Google, trying to break up Apple, trying to break up Amazon. Like, I don't even like half these companies, like Apple. But I was trying to break them up. Just no, like I like Amazon. I like Google services and apps and websites and things like that. And this guy, Mr. Booker. I mean, me and I both share a skill. That's the skill of yapping. So you're unified in that together.
But doesn't she have? She used to have views you kind of.
Yes, and then she abandoned all of them. Like all of them. Cory Booker, he's mildly irritating. He does the crazy eyes and he lectures in front of the camera and all of this. But Elizabeth Warren is just a harpy. I mean, she is the worst. She is awful on economics. She's awful on foreign policy. She's a significantly less charming version of Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton combined. She's awful. I couldn't be in a room with her at this point, which is amazing because, again, I knew her when she was much younger, and I was much younger. It was like 20 years ago, and she wasn't nearly that bad. But yeah, Booker over Warren easily. The way this is going to work is basically which one of these people I hate most. It's process of elimination.
All right, well, Elizabeth Warren deleted. Now we have Cory Booker or Hakeem Jeffries.
I don't really know much about these people. I don't know who I'd pick. I guess I'd pick the Yahoo. Mr. Booker over here.
Ooh, wow, that one's difficult.
What makes it difficult?
Hakeem Jeffries has no actual principles, and neither does Cory Booker. Cory Booker is kind of theatrically entertaining in a bizarre way.
Kind of reminds me of that guy who got confused with the door alarm with the fire alarm or something like that to stop a vote. And people are like, no. I kind of sympathize with him, but he's like terrible. He was out there doing a rally with AOC. He lost, so he's not even in politics anymore, Mr. Fire Alarm Pool Guy. So good riddance.
Cory Booker would probably, in some ways, be like a better hang.
What would you guys do together?
I mean, my understanding is that Cory Booker likes sports. Hakeem Jeffries just feels dull as ditch water to me.
Good evening, Democrats.
Talks less.
Yeah. So okay.
So maybe you'll enjoy that.
Yeah, and that's why it's so hard. Like, my kind of mid-level dislike for both of them is roughly equivalent, and then it just depends on.
They also look kind of similar as well.
And what kind of mood I'm in as far as who you'd want as your VP. I'll take Jeffries. Jeffries is at least competent.
Okay.
Because if you, in your VP, you want somebody who's at least mildly kind of systemically competent. And Booker was not a particularly good mayor of Newark before.
Maybe you want someone who's incompetent, so they don't try to, assassinate him.
Or he became a senator from New Jersey. So I'll take Jeffries.
Booker, goodbye.
I'm definitely hurting a little bit, but I'm.
Why does Rachel Maddow look like this? Like, she just looks like shocked and awe that he was able to yap for 25 hours.
Feeling strong in spirit.
All right, now Hakeem Jeffries or Bernie.
Hakeem, like Bernie, no, absolutely not. Vote. You can have like, actually, you probably would get shot for this, and also, commie, red.
Oh, Jeffries. I would catapult Bernie into the sea.
Whoa! There it goes! Yes!
Whoa!
Where's it gone? Anyone see
What
it?
video is this?
There.
Insufferable, a terrible human being on every possible level, a leech, a pustule on the ass of humanity. There's no Democrat you could put up next to Bernie Sanders, except for perhaps Ilhan Omar or Rashida
Or Jasmine Crockett.
Tlaib, where I would pick Bernie over that person. He is like bottom rung Democrat suckage.
Okay, so Hakeem Jeffries sticking around.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Bernie. Alrighty, moving on. Hakeem or our girl, Jasmine.
Nope. No. Oh my gosh, that woman would annoy me to no end. Like, she's just. Ugh. She's just like, how? This woman got 80% of the vote, 85% of the vote. 15% of people said no to her. And I checked her district's actually one of the larger ones. All the districts about similar size. She's like top 3 here in Texas. 700,000 people. I have too much faith and trust in the people of Texas to think that they would. Someone elected this. Oh my gosh. Like, why?
We love her.
We done picking cotton.
Wow. Is it now again?
Like, why? Imagine. Oh, it's not 1870. Why are you saying that?
I kind of run into the fact that she's wildly entertaining.
No, she's annoying. Her voice is screeching and grating, and she sounds like she listens to Urban View 24/7. Like that is what she is.
But she is also psychotic. I think that would wear real fast. So I'll stick with Hakeem Jeffries. He's still living.
The only benefit is that like no one would try to assassinate me or him to get to her. Like I've never actually met a Jasmine Crockett fan. I never hoped to meet one.
In the land of the near normal, or at least closer to normal. Jasmine Crockett is a loon bucket. She's a bucket of loons.
That's
All right.
really insulting to loon buckets in the loon bucket community.
All right, Hakeem or our boy Chuck Schumi.
Hakeem.
Yeah, let's go with him. Also really funny how she's calling everyone, our boy or our girl. Really funny, kind of like how that girl called Mr. Beast. He's like, "Hey, dude."
Chuck Schumer is. I hate Chuck Schumer. I hate Chuck Schumer with an abiding passion.
Wow, is Hakeem just gonna ride this out?
I mean,
or
he might, because you found the one who is like,
She has a nice voice.
of the people who you're presenting me so far, I have such animus for people like Chuck Schumer. So Schumer, the animus is personal, right? I'm Jewish, and Chuck Schumer keeps pretending that he is like a friend of the Jews. Meanwhile, he pushes forward the 2015 Iran nuclear deal.
I had a great deal of misgivings about the Iran deal and voted against it. But now we ought to give it time to work.
He stands on his kind of pseudo-Judaism in order to promote himself. And I hate that a lot. So yeah, Chuck Schumer needs it. That guy's awful. He's just terrible.
All right, now finally Hakeem again, or our boy Sleepy Joe.
Oh boy, Sleepy Joe. Let's go with Joe Biden on this one.
Oh,
This might be a good call to go with
yeah.
Sleepy Joe.
I'm going with Sleepy Joe. Yeah, and I'll stick with Joe Biden.
He seemed like a nice person, and also like he won't do anything. Like it is as of time of recording, April 14th. Have you guys heard from him in like the past 3 months? Mm-hmm.
Honestly, great VP. Seriously, that office isn't worth a warm bucket of spit. In the words of John Adams, he can no longer annoy me the way he annoyed Barack Obama when he was VP, because he can no longer talk
He looks like he's 70 years old in that photo.
or think or move. And so inanimate object Democrat is my favorite Democrat at this point, actually. Block of wood / slightly animate corpse Democrat is my favorite form of Democrat when it comes to these politicians. So
A few months ago, he was yelling at that guy. So all's well that ends well.
but yeah, I'm gonna go Joe Biden here.
Found a new winner. All right, Hakeem Jeffries, we wish you farewell. All right, now Joe Biden or Kamala Harris.
Oh man, that's oof. Yeah, we're going with the president over here. I mean, imagine having listened to this lady cackle every morning in the national security briefings.
Biden. Can you even imagine being in a room with Kamala Harris for longer than 37 seconds? There's just no way. There's
Wait, would your presidency have been unconstitutional under the 8th Amendment under cruel and unusual punishment?
no way.
I don't think I'd ever put myself there.
I mean,
between
between the day drinking and the complete
Look like that.
babbling nonsense and the sense of self-righteousness,
Teach you about space and time and
buses, a lot
He
of
loves
bus
buses.
talk. Sleepy Joe, or Comatose Joe, as he has now become. I'll go with Comatose Joe.
Kamala Harris is also back out of hiding, so maybe she is looking to be your next VP.
Yeah, man.
All right, peace, Kamala.
You're right.
We'll get to more on that in a moment. First, data brokers, those invasive tech companies, they spy on your online activity, compromise. Alerts you to unauthorized social security number usage. Using Express
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Biden.
All right, who?
Biden or our boy Adam Schiff.
Biden.
Oh, wow, he was fast on that one. I don't know who I'd pick for that one. You know, I've barely heard of any of these guys. I'm just going to go with what Shapiro says on this one.
Adam Schiff is awful. He's awful. He's a liar.
Yeah, that's what the people on Twitchy say, but, you know, Twitch is going to Twitch.
He's venal. His self-righteousness combined with the fact that he's a liar is really galling. I mean, what he did during Russiagate was just morally terrible, and now he has the temerity to talk about how he stands up for the system. Yeah, that guy goes.
All right, sounds good. But I mean, Joe Biden might get back into the office at this rate.
He might. I mean, again, he is the safe pick because he has been a complete non-entity.
Yep, he's gone.
For approximately 10 months at this point. Like, Joe Biden has the same charm to me as the desk lamp sitting behind you.
Wow. Desk lamp 2028.
So you're going to have to. So basically, what you're now offering me is a choice between desk lamp and generic Democrat who you put up in front. And I will choose desk lamp almost every time.
Both desk
Well, I'm going to make an executive decision. Now that Biden is desk lamp, he's no longer allowed to run.
Oh, no.
He couldn't even run in the entire video, let alone for president. He couldn't even make it in the entire video. That's kind of sad. He got like executive order out.
Oh.
Plot twist.
This was getting too easy.
So goodbye, Joe Biden.
Oh, man.
See you later.
Out twice.
Now, AOC
That says Rachel Zegler.
or Ilhan Omar.
Why does it say Rachel Zegler? Yeah, let's go with AOC.
Now we're getting into the juiciness.
Well, I think that
I mean,
Ilhan Omar.
at least AOC's like dating a man and who's not who left her. So we'll go with that.
Is actually evil, like a terror supporting evil human being. I think that AOC is borderline that, but not quite there, and also responds apparently to incentive structures. So AOC. I think AOC kind of like.
So what would her incentive structure be? Like, don't murder me and you get paid?
Tangentially doesn't like the Jews very much, but I know what Ilhan Omar thinks about the Jews, and I think that goes poorly.
AOC or
It says Rachel Zegler again. Why?
our girl Nancy.
Ooh, we got. Let's take the old lady. Let's take the old lady. Let's take her.
Okay, so I'll go Nancy
Also,
Pelosi.
she's kind of historical. She's has JFK picks. She met him. So yeah.
Here, the reason I'll go Nancy Pelosi is because she wields a stiletto. I mean, she's vicious. I mean, you at least have to have some respect for her command of the game. She's good at this thing. I mean, she's somehow still competing with the youngins in the Democratic Party, and she is 127 years old.
I mean, at least she didn't, dress up like the ranking visitor for Halloween or something like that.
Also, she seems to have some very strained relationship with reality where AOC is just floating off into Bernie land full time. I kind of like that Pelosi's vicious. Like she just completely took out Biden.
Oh.
And it was hysterical because she's older than Biden. And she's like, yeah, but
that's elder abuse right there.
He's dead. Goodbye. I'll take Pelosi.
Honestly, that's a shock to me, but I'm with it. All right, Pelosi.
Even with the lip.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That drives me insane.
Yeah, but I guess the question is, in this whole game, is there a way to weaponize them on my own behalf? If they're my VP, is there any way I can weaponize it? And she's competent. She's vicious. So on the one hand, I guess maybe you should fear her more, but also she's like 87 or something. I don't even know how old she is.
All right, Pelosi or Alyssa Slotkin, newly.
Alyssa Slotkin. I don't even know who she is, so let's just go along with
They
that.
putting her face out.
I like Slotkin. Slotkin is trying to steer the Democratic Party away from some of their crazier tendencies. And so I have some respect for that. She's been openly attacking AOC. She's been going after.
That's nice, Well, I mean, since she's not that hard to attack, I mean, You're like me running for president against a 4-year-old.
Kind of the socialist wing of the Democratic Party. Yeah, so I'll take Slotkin there.
All right. Well, then riding that train, Slotkin or Newsom, because he's kind of been trying to
Wow,
center
look at that face.
himself as
I'll take Newsom. He seems, kind of sort of competent. He also likes podcasts, so I'll take that one as well.
I'll still take Slotkin. I would actually fear being assassinated by people near Gavin Newsom. He is a movie bad guy, and I greatly fear that if you made him vice president, that you would end up with what people think LBJ did to JFK, but actually for real.
I don't know if he has that many fans, though.
Slotkin or Mr. Pete Booty.
Slotkin. I don't like this train guy, and he's gay, so.
You're not allowed to call him that, Jess. Stop that.
That's a booty train. I'm crying.
Slotkin, he's insufferable. He's absolutely insufferable. My least favorite thing about him is when he was doing that Pastor Pete routine. You remember that?
Pastor?
Where he would go out there and he would cite the Bible as to why gay marriage is
Why does
great.
he look like that? I'm going up there to be pastor of Black 32.
Oh, yep.
Like that annoyed the living hell out of me. And he is generally an annoying human being. So I'll maintain Slotkin here.
All right. He could choo-choo his way on out. Lastly, we're just going to finish up here. Slotkin or our guy, Al Green.
He looks like he's like singing or something. We're going to go with Slotkin here, and it's sad that I've met this guy. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
You experienced him
well,
firsthand.
I did. I saw this in person. I will say
that
that
just looks so bored. I saw this. I was like wondering who she was. I thought she was like 19 or something. Like the thing that's actually the woman who's standing next to her was the 19-year-old woman that they were talking about. That's actually Riley Gaines.
I do like this picture of Al Green where it looks like he's singing. So it reminds you of the actual singer Al Green. Right? He looks like he's about to croon to you. He's really getting his groove on here.
I don't like that. Oh my gosh.
I'll stick with Slotkin. This guy's a nut. He's a total nut. I guess that if they wish to, sort of reverse toward reality, Slotkin isn't a bad move, but that's precisely the reason why she's not picking up a lot of ground in the Democratic Party right now. And she's sort of the more normie pick in the Democratic Party, and that means she is basically stagnant where she is.
All right. Well, Alyssa Slotkin, if Ben ever runs for president now, it's your time.
It totally isn't, but sure. Alrighty, folks. So we did it this week.
If Stephen A. Smith can run for president, so can Ben Shapiro.